Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 21 of the Empowered Psychology podcast. My name is Cristela, and I am the host and the founder of Empowered Psychology, which is an educational platform and community that gives a voice to those with visible and invisible illnesses with the goal of empowering others to overcome adversity and create their dream lives. Thank y'all so much for being here today, and I know that it has been a few weeks since I uploaded, but that is by design, and I cannot wait to share this message that I have for y'all today because it truly comes from God. This message is a testimony to a personal experience I had with God the past few months, honestly, and I hope that with this message, you realize the power of the process and that good things take time. In previous podcasts, I have said this, that if something comes fast, that is a red flag because what God has planned for you is going to take time. So yes, I have been very busy. I am a very busy woman. I'm a mother, number one, so that requires a lot of my time. I also am a dancer. I am a pre-professional dancer, so I'm training to become a professional dancer, and I'm helping my amazing mentor, Sheila Milner, run her dance studio here in Houston, Texas, which happens to be one of the best dance studios in the country. Shout out to her. So I'm having a lot of fun doing that, and it's my time as an apprentice is almost up, so I'm pretty upset about that, but it's okay. I'm enjoying my time, and right now we are doing a summer intensive, which is what I just said, very intense. So that has been taking a lot of my time as well, and I have been recuperating. So almost 3 weeks ago, I finished my last treatment for lupus. I was doing rituximab and I finished my last infusion, and I decided to rest, let myself rest, let myself properly process all that I have gone through battling lupus. Throughout the past few months, I have been very, very consistent with my prayer life and very intentional, and I am starting to see the fruits of my labor, and it has been a journey. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. And in my next episode, I will be going into more details about how life is a fight, but I will be touching on that concept a little bit in this video as well. Life is a fight, and it has not been easy at all by any means whatsoever. It has not been easy conquering this illness, but it has been rewarding, worth it, and I have found what I believe to be the true meaning of life within that process. So I realized that I was numb and disassociated because I have honestly gone through a lot with this illness, and in order for me to quote unquote cope with the illness, I disassociated and became numb, and eventually it caught up to me, and I don't want to live that way. I have been very intentional that I want to live a long, fulfilling, loving, and meaningful life, and if I'm numb and dissociated, there's zero possibility that that is possible. So I have been grounding in reality, and it has honestly been very scary, humbling territory to be in. I have accepted that I have a lot of trauma due to this illness. This illness almost killed me. This illness almost made me disabled. I am currently in the process of growing my hair back out, which has really affected my self-esteem and has made me sad. As you can see, my hair just doesn't want to stay in place because it's growing so much that it's just growing in all these different directions. And so it has become a huge insecurity of mine. I've lost my hair. My skin has been affected. My mental health has been affected. This illness has really affected me, and I had to break down. And I broke down, And I feel like now I am very grateful that God broke me down, because I feel like now I am in a place where I am stable in reality, and the only way to conquer anything is to be grounded in reality, and that does not make you weak. I have cried, I have felt lost, I have felt hopeless, I have felt scared, but those are just feelings. I don't have to attach my feelings to a permanent state, and that is not what I want to feel. But through me feeling that, I feel like now I am in a place where I can truly conquer this illness. So good news, y'all. I am in remission. I am done with my treatments, and now the power is in my hand. I had to take a step back and really process this before I came back on camera to empower y'all, because I believe that it is very important for me to be in a great mindset so that I can give this message out, and I'm ready to give this message. It has been a journey just dealing with this illness, and all I can say is this: I cannot and I will not do it without God. And now that I am in remission, I have had very mixed feelings about it, and that is why I've taken a step back, because honestly, I am very scared. I was very scared, not anymore, but I was very scared. Why? Because the two flares that I have had looked very different, and I realized that this illness is serious. This illness is capable of disabling me. This illness is capable of making me lose my hair, lose my eyesight, lose my hearing, lose my sense of smell, lose my teeth, lose my hair, lose everything. This illness is capable of destroying my life, and it is very scary. And I have had a lot of anxiety because both of my flares look so different, and I've just been so scared of it coming back and attacking me in the same way or even in a different way. And I didn't want to know, okay, what else can this illness do? So I was having a lot of anxiety. But at the same time, I was very empowered because God has given me not one, but two chances of survival and conquering this illness. So I have had a lot of mixed emotions, and now that I am in remission, I realize that the power is in my hands, and the outcome of my life is going to be a reflection of my choices. So during a really powerful prayer that I had with God, I was asking God, okay, God, what do I do? How do I stay in remission? And God asked me a really powerful question. He asked me, how much do you value life? I had to take a step back and really reflect like what that question really meant for me. How much do I value life? And what I realized was that my actions determine how much I value life, not my feelings, my actions. And I had to really identify what I wanted my life to look like and how I wanted to live my life. And I realized that I want a long life. I want a healthy life. I want to be able to dance. I want to be able to educate across the globe. I want to be a scholar. There's so many things that I want to do. I want to be there for Francisco, and I don't want him to see me sick. I don't want him to see me depressed and sad and letting this illness dictate my life. I want him to see me strong. And most of all, I realize that I am a reference. Let's say I have a friend and they have a cousin who's diagnosed with lupus. Well, they have me as a reference, and I am a conqueror. So if anything, my story can give hope to those and hopefully lead other people to a path to conquer lupus. So I realized so much within this question, and I came to the conclusion that my choices are going to determine how much I value life and the outcome of my life. So now that I am in remission, I am basing my life off that one question: how much do I value life? And honestly, I wasn't living my life in a way that reflected that I valued it. I was eating bad foods. I was drinking alcohol. I was hanging out with people who didn't really value me. I was entertaining very negative and toxic thoughts. And so I really had to work hard and fight to make the necessary changes to set myself up for success and staying in remission. And now I feel like I am at a point where I can finally do that, and I have done that. And at this point, it's about growth, maintenance, and resilience. So where am I right now? Well, I am doing everything out of self-defense, eating out of self-defense, and acting out of self-defense. What do I mean by that? Well, I am almost 4 months sober that I cut out alcohol. And that has been very hard because I wouldn't say I was an alcoholic. Absolutely not. I didn't drink every day, but I always look forward to going to my favorite restaurant on the weekend and having a margarita and enjoying those conversations, enjoying the buzz. But I realized that alcohol is very bad for your body, and especially for lupus. If you have lupus, you should not be drinking alcohol, because that's basically like asking lupus to come back, and I don't want lupus to come back. So I realized that if I value life, I was going to not engage in things that were detrimental to my health. Because in order to accomplish what I want to accomplish in this life, I need to make sure that my health is in check. And unfortunately, alcohol is not good for me. Yes, is it good for me in the moment? Yeah, of course. Because guess what? In this society, in this American society that we live in, fun is tied with destruction. Let me say it again. Fun is tied with destruction, and we have been socialized to think that certain actions are fun. Eating bad foods is fun. Drinking a lot of alcohol is fun. Doing drugs is fun. We live in a drug culture, when really all this does is lead to destruction. If you really want to get deep with it, there's people getting rich off of us being sick. That is not a conspiracy. It is a truth, and I no longer want to be a part of that system. So I've been doing things in self-defense. I've been eating in self-defense. I have been in the process of cutting out really bad foods, which has been something that I've been trying to do for a long time. But I really needed God to ask me this question: how much do I value life, and hold me accountable to that. And I realized that I was very inconsistent, and I wasn't aware of how the foods we eat determine our health. Unfortunately, we live in a country where there is organic and non-organic foods, and now to eat healthy, it has become very expensive, which is wrong. And although it is very expensive to quote unquote eat healthy and buy organic foods, it is also expensive to engage in these destructive behaviors that are going to cost you your health in all aspects, mental and physical. So I've really realized the power in what I eat, and I have to eat in self-defense. I've been eating a lot of berries. I've been eating a lot of bananas, mangoes. I've been drinking a lot of lemon juice, ginger, turmeric. I've invested in sea moss. I've been drinking my teas. I even cut out coffee, because coffee is really bad for your kidneys. And that is something that I never thought I would do, because if you know me, you know that I love coffee, and I would make my morning coffee every day as a self-care practice. And it has been actually extremely hard to let it go. But I don't care, because my life is way more than that. I value my life way more than a morning ritual. I can do something else. And so what I've been doing now is creating my own mocktails that are actually good for you and don't destroy your body. So my favorite one right now is fresh orange. So I squeeze the orange, and the amazing juice comes out. And then lemon, I make my own lemon juice, and then I add my ginger shot in there, and it tastes amazing, and it's just super good for my body and gives me a natural boost. and replenishes my cells. So even though I'm letting go of something, I'm adding something more valuable that is actually good for me. I've cut out a lot of people in my life. That has been something I've been doing for the past few years, but I feel like I'm at a point where I really value myself because I let God break me down. I really let him break me down when I accepted that I was disassociated and numb. I started to really break down, basically. And in the process of breaking down, God really was building me up so that I can see my worth and see how much value I have as a person. And I realize that I'm a very special person. I'm a very strong person. I am someone with a story. I am a survivor. I am a survivor of multiple things, and I have nothing to be afraid of. And that the power is in my hands to love myself and act in accordance to how I value life. I realized that I didn't value time, hence why I was spending so much time entertaining thoughts that were destructive, scrolling, not working on my goals and my intentions, not spending time with the people that love me. And I started to make changes, and I started to be more intentional with how I spent my time, and I am now seeing the fruits of my labor. And it has been amazing. So I want to bring that question to you guys. How much do you value life? Do your actions reflect how much you value life? And I know that all of us have heard this saying, live every day like your last, but I have decided that that's how I want to live my life, and that what truly matters is how I make people feel and how I view life and how much I value time, because we are here on limited time. We are here on this earth as visitors, and the more that I learn about how God created my body, how God created this earth, the more that I want to experience. And I have an intention to experience life, and I can't experience life the way I want to if I don't take care of myself. So I'm realizing the power of my choices, and that my choices are going to determine whether I stay in remission or whether I get sick again. And the reason I was having so much anxiety is because I was like, whoa, what if it comes back? What if it comes back? And I wasn't grounding in the truth. And the truth is that right now I am in remission. And right now the power is in my hands. And all I need to do right now is eat the right foods, stay hydrated, hang around people that love me, and keep hustling to create my dream life. And I don't have to worry about this illness right now. And if there ever is a time that I need to worry about it, I know exactly what I need to do. And I know that right now I'm in a place where I have been consistently focusing on my health, and I have done everything I can to make sure that I am healthy. And that is all that we can do here in life. That is all that we can do. So to all my lupus conquerors, and honestly anybody, ask yourself this week and really reflect on that question. How much do you value life? And do your choices reflect the value that you have put on life? How much do you value time? What are you doing with your time? Because we all know someone who died young who would have done anything just to have one more day. I am very grateful that God asked me this question, because I have been grounded in gratitude, and I have really healed my mind. And I haven't been suffering so much within my mental health because I'm so grateful and I have so much wisdom and perspective, and I am doing things that reflect the value that I have put on life. So how much do I value life? Well, life is everything. Life is a gift. The fact that I even woke up this morning is a miracle in itself. The fact that I am able to dance and move my body is a miracle in itself. The fact that I was able to bring a son into this world is a miracle in itself. The fact that I was even conceived is a miracle. Your life is a miracle. So start living like it, start embracing it, and stop waiting to be great. Stop waiting to make it happen, because you can make it happen right now. It doesn't matter what happened 5 minutes ago. It doesn't matter what happened a minute ago. It doesn't matter what happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, all that matters is the moment that you have right now, and you never know when your time is up. So you might as well do anything and everything you can to make sure that your time here was worth it and that you did something with it. Because you never know. You never know when your time is up. And life is a gift. Life is a miracle. And I encourage you guys to start adopting that perspective. Is it a process? Yes, it is a process. But it is one that is worth going through. It is one that is worth going through. And now that I am where I am right now, I can honestly say that I am happy, I am grateful, and I'm ready to conquer the world. I'm ready to see the world, and I know exactly what I need to do to maintain the life that I have and create the life that I want. So y'all, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I know it was quick, but I just wanted to come in here and give you all this powerful message and encourage y'all on this beautiful Monday to make it happen and stop waiting to be great. You're too valuable. You're too much of a miracle. People have invested way too much in you for you to be waiting for things to happen. And in this life, nothing's going to happen miraculously. You have to fight and you have to work for it. So I will see you guys in the next one. And I love y'all. And thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, bye.